What's up everyone? Going over a quick breakdown of the Priory 11 that we just timed. Here is a breakdown. There's the talents. This is the Unholy Decay. I personally like these talents a lot. Here's the gear. I'm still running around with a 2-piece, desperately waiting on my 4th piece. I do have 3, but right now I'm running 2 and 2. Here's the damage breakdown. Vampiric Strike is just annihilating. Once you have that tier piece, the Blood is Life, which is in number 6, will go up quite a bit. So let's jump right in. This is only the second 11 I have timed so far. This is a fairly good group. I got a Pally in here that is just doing insane amount of damage, and a Druid as well. They are both level 662. I'm running around at 658, and like I mentioned earlier, it is really helpful once you have that 4 set, just because of procs and uptimes and whatnot. So I'm still struggling a bit with the 2 set, just really dependent on these procs, especially the Blood Beast. Big AoE pills throughout the entire thing. This here, it is recommended that you pull as much as you can, or as much as the tank is willing to, and just lust that first pull and burn them down as quickly as possible. As you can see in the damage meter on the left side, the Druid and the Pally, they're just killing it. I am trailing behind them, but that's okay. I will catch up here in a little bit. Still pulling all of these groups before we can get to the first boss. This week's affix is the Decurse, so as a decay, right before the affix pops up, I just pop my anti-magic shell, and therefore the healer does not have to worry about decursing me. It does not affect me, which is very nice. And the cooldowns are lined up pretty good too, to where I never have to worry about not being able to use it once the affix pops up. Just had my Blood Beast proc and do some fairly good damage. I really like it because once it does proc through Vampiric Strike, it saves all the damage you do, and once the Blood Beast expires, it explodes and deals that type of damage to all groups nearby. So what you want to do is have that thing proc very early on, and then just AoE the crap out of everything. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking today. It's still very early, and I had a very late night last night. But let's keep going. We did make a couple mistakes throughout this run. I believe we had a total of 10 deaths, and we literally just barely timed this thing. I mean, I think we had like 30 seconds left before the timer ran out. Once we get to the end of the video, you'll see the last pull. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this place, but there is about, I want to say anywhere from 10 to 16 mobs right before the last boss. And in order to be able to time it, we just pulled all of them and ran them straight into the boss, which was kind of crazy, but shockingly it worked. I was sweating. There's that Blood Beast again, procced of course in the exact wrong time. Now I'm running around with him with no mobs to fight. There he goes, does damage to absolutely nothing. And it just baffles me every time how hard these things hit on an 11. From Season 1, I believe that 11s are the new 12s. Not sure if you struggled with 12s and higher keys in Season 1. I did. It was an insane difference going from an 11 to a 12. So now in Season 2, it seems like they did that from 10 to 11. I have not tried a 12 yet. I just got a 12 key from doing this. going to attempt it. It is a Motherlode, and of course I will take a video of that one as well and upload it hopefully later today, if not tomorrow morning. So be sure to keep a lookout for that. I'm sure it is going to be brutal, and I will probably get destroyed. What comes in really handy here is the what is it called? The limb? Sorry, I forgot what it's called. But it basically pulls everything in for about 12 seconds, I believe. Abomination limb. And again, just make sure you stay away from those hunter traps. They are very annoying. Make sure you pull the mobs out of these golden globe thingies, whatever they are, because they do protect the mobs from damage. Still doing semi-okay here. We had the paladin and the druid die once. My first death, I believe, is about to come up. Like I said, these things hit really hard, and it is not that easy. Here we go, all cooldowns are ready. I get all excited. Get me set up. Here we go, Unholy Assault, Dark Transformation, and then just spamming Vampiric Strike. Paladin died again. I'm patiently waiting for my Blood Beast. He is just not showing up, as usual. Druid just died. Now everything's on me. I popped my cooldowns, whatever I had left, but there is just no chance. So let's go try this again. Druid died again with me. So now the Druid has died twice, the Paladin has died twice, and I died once, for a total of 5 deaths. As you can imagine, I'm pretty bummed out at this point, thinking we are not going to time this. Also, these mobs here to the left and the right, you never have to pull them. They are an extreme waste of time. Here we go, pulled them all together very nicely. Popping all the cooldowns, and the beast is actually showing, so this should, I think I did 9 million DPS per second here, which was very nice. Druid smashed it. Then this guy right here, very important, just keep interrupting him. He also does hit very hard, so that Holy Smite, you want to just interrupt as much as possible. Healer is also doing an amazing job with decursing the group. This guy just, he has so much health, and just really takes forever to get him down. There's my Blood Beast, still doing very good amounts of damage. Like I said, I'm about 5 to 6 level lower than the other 2 DPS, and it will show at the end of it. I think they are slightly over 5 billion damage for the whole dungeon. I am at 4.3, so not too bad, but I know that will change once I get my 4-piece of the tier set, which hopefully on Tuesday, well actually I know on Tuesday, because I'll get the last essence, so I can make it. I do have a 3rd tier piece helmet ready to go, just in my inventory. For now I am still running with the 2 pieces of the old tier to get that extra 8% minion buff, and 2 pieces from the new tier set. And it's okay. but I am missing out on a lot of damage by not having the force set. Stupid tree is in my line of sight. That almost killed me. When you kind of get to 50% at this guy, I personally try to hold on to my cooldowns so I can get into the boss fight with new cooldowns. However, here, oh, my screen just went all black. Sorry about that. However, here you can see we only have about 15 seconds left on Lust. So that actually worked out good. Of course, you want to save those cooldowns until Lust is being pulled. This boss, the only real mechanic there is, you do need to interrupt him every now and then when he does his battle cry. But what's very important, he spawns this red line in front of him where he does a frontal. You do not want to stay in that frontal line. It is almost always an instant death. There it was right now. So whenever that spawns, just go to the side or go behind him. Don't stand in that. You will die. Struggling a bit with my single target damage here. It's just very annoying, the amounts of health that these bosses have, and the amounts of damage they put out on higher level keys. Just everything takes forever. There was that battle cry again. Make sure you interrupt it every single time. Almost got him here. And the next pull is one of my favorite pulls. I have done insane amounts of damage on these pulls, getting lucky with having my Blood Beast proc early on. I don't think that was the case in this run, but I don't even remember. Let's take a look. So you definitely want to grab that first one and the middle group, pull them out here. There's two more groups in the room to the left and to the right. You don't want to pull those at the same time, not with that first group. And of course my beast did not proc. Go figure. The only real important thing here is, I mean, obviously don't stand in the golden ground. That will hurt, but the main thing is the consecration, I believe it's called, this one right here, that circle. That will also pretty much instant kill you. So always make sure you stay out of that. That's about it for that group. And what I always see here is we start with one group, get them to about 50-60%ish, and then slowly walk them over there. Same thing. Stay out of that circle. Here we're nearing the 50% health mark, and the demon hunter is getting ready to jump over. There he goes. Now we are fighting both of them. And my blood beast spawned, which is very nice. Shooting that damage just through the roof. And then in this next fight, this boss fight, we did wipe once because our lovely druid did not soak, which I will show you and explain as soon as we get to that part. And again, just everything takes forever in here. As soon as you kill one of these groups, another group will come running down the stairs. So at a certain percent of health. So we are basically fighting 4 groups here. It just seems like it never ends. As you can see, there's barely any mobs left, and my blood beast decides to show up. It's just, I was very, very unlucky in this run with my procs. Here we go, getting ready for the boss pull, and this one was pretty terrible. Of course, we used our lust. I don't know why, but that always seems how it goes. So here he spawns the hammers. You see the yellow circles on the ground? You want to get away from them as quickly as possible. They do crazy amounts of damage. I think you stand in there for longer than a second and you're dead. Even with defensives. Unless you're a paladin and you can bop yourself, but not everybody's a paladin. These are the soaks. You want to get those soaks in. They will do damage to you. So the first one we got. But I do believe it was just me and the paladin again. Actually, I'm not sure. There's the hammers again. So tank is doing a good job pulling the boss away from them as quickly as possible. Here is the second soak. This is where we die. So me and paladin soak. As you can see, nobody else is going over there. So here is what... Oh, actually the tank did, but healer and druid did not. And this is what happens when you do that, when you miss a soak. About to come up. Boom. Instant death. Entire group just died except for the tank. When you don't get all the soaks in, you can double soak if you have your defensives up, but you definitely need 5 soaks in. Whether the whole group goes once each time or a couple people go twice. If you don't do that, the boss does one big hit of crazy damage like you just saw, and it literally kills the whole group. So now, as you can see, our lust is on a, what is that, 7 or 8 minute cooldown now, and we cannot use it, so now we'll have to do this boss fight again without any kind of heroism. Just waiting for the patrol to walk up here so we can walk through. Also, when you pass this, make sure you walk to the right of the side like this, otherwise you will pull the hunters on the left side. And they also are very annoying, very time consuming. But at least everybody did a good job here. Gonna get my food in real fast. And let's go again. Again, away from the hammers as quickly as possible. And also make sure you keep interrupting. Very important to keep interrupting the boss. We have all blown our cooldowns now and just done as much damage as possible, and as you can see, we barely got him to 70%. So it is a very frustrating fight, especially without Lust. So there's the hammers again. Get away from them as quickly as possible. And shortly after the hammers, he spawns the circle that needs to be soaked right there. And of course, right now he put him in the middle of the hammers, which sucks. Try to get out of these big circles as quickly as possible, as they will kill you too. And all my cooldowns are ready. Let's get them popped. Paladin did it twice, very nice of him. I could only take one, but at least the others got him. Pretty scary when you see there's only 9 minutes and 40 seconds left, and we still have a lot of groups and the final boss to kill. One last soak. Everybody's doing it. Get out of those as quickly as possible. Had to use my anti-magic shell here because I was just scared of dying. So this affix I did not get. I'm relying on the healer to decurse me, but like I said earlier, he's doing a fantastic job at it. And that's it for the Baron. He is down. This next pull is fairly easy too, kind of like the beginning of this room. Just want to keep them all together, stay out of the circles. Definitely stay away from the consecration, which is the big yellow circle on the ground, and interrupt the casters. Got lucky here. Blood Beast spawned early on. What's really important here with the Death Knight, which makes a huge decision, the festering wounds. As you see, 6, 5 stacks, 4 stacks, the little purple sign. You have to keep those up, otherwise you lose a ton of damage. I did not realize this at first, because I'm fairly new to DK, playing him for a few weeks now, consistently. And yeah, very important, keep those festering wounds up. And of course your plagues too. Always keep the plagues up. This right here is a very annoying room, in my opinion. You want to pull them out of here, away from the others, because if you pull too many in here, it's pretty much a guaranteed death. And same thing, the mechanics of all these mobs are pretty much the same. Interrupt the casters, stay out of the golden circles, and you should be fine. Got about 7 minutes left here. As you can imagine, I am sweating at this point. Mentioned earlier, at this point I have timed everything multiple times on a 10. I have only timed one 11 prior to this, which is a Dark Flame, which in my opinion is the easiest one this season. I feel like that's the free one. So yeah, I was really hoping to time this, and kind of losing faith at this point right here. Now, a little over 6 minutes left. We still have about 70% of the room left. And we have a total of 10 deaths. So here we go. Pulling these two together. And make sure you keep them on the right side. I think, yeah, see, this Demon Hunter is... he's doing a fantastic job. Just keeping them all here. We'll try to get them down to like 50%, and then we'll run into the middle group and pull those just to save time. Not very safe, but very time efficient. And here also super important to keep interrupting the casters. Oh, we got him even lower than 50 before we pull the next one. He just pulled the next group. So, run over there. He just had a cast go off. Not good. Now, if you can see the timer on the right, we got just a bit over 5 minutes left, and after this there is one group left. Next to the stairs, there's one on the left, one on the right. And normally what you want to do is you want to kill those before you run into the final boss. Due to our time dilemma, we did not have the luxury of doing that. So as you can see here, I'm not using any more Vampiric Strike, not using any more cooldowns because I want to save them. And I believe the other two are doing the same thing, which is why this last guy is taking quite a bit. But it was worth it. So here we go. Healer suggests to YOLO it, and we followed his lead. At this point I wasn't sure if Tank's going to do it yet, so I put my circle down here, my defile. But he is walking them in there. So let's go. Very nice proc here. If you see the damage meter, my Blood Beast procced early on, and it's just, it's beautiful to see. So here we go. Boss is pulled. Now we are fighting everything. Actually went down pretty quick, pretty easy. You will get the eye like the healer just did. When you get that, just walk it away from the group. It will leave a trail of golden smudge. You do not want to walk into that. It is very damaging. And you definitely don't want to stand still because it will kill you pretty quickly. Also, the boss does a blinding. If you have DBM, excuse me, it's very helpful because it'll give you a countdown of when he will do it. When the boss does his blind, you don't want to face him. You want to have your back turned towards him. Otherwise, you will get stunned, and that's usually when he spawns the crap on you, like the golden circles or the purify, and pretty much instant death at that point. So always walk away. See, it'll even tell you, look away. It'll give you a timer and a cast bar. Make sure by the time that runs out, you are not facing him. Immediately after, you can turn around and fight him again. So we are saving our lust for phase 2. once you get this boss to 50%, he will run upstairs where the second phase begins, which is just about to happen. Here we go, he's running up. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. We're all very hopeful. But yeah, it was absolutely nerve-wracking. So here you have to wait until he does a cast that is interruptible. Interrupt that as soon as possible. He has mobs running up to aid him from the left and the right. Want to burn those down as quickly as possible as well, because they will follow one person, and if they reach that person is pretty much dead. So you want to burn them as quickly as possible. Same thing, always stay out of the golden circle. That was a waste of a defile. 1 minute and 25 seconds left. This is blinding again. Make sure you look away. There you go. Turn right back at him. Stay out of everything else. We have 50 seconds left. At this point I'm thinking, man, this is usually when 1 or 2 person die, which gives you that penalty for time. I believe it takes 15 seconds away per death, and that would have killed us. But now it is looking pretty good. He is almost dead, and he is dead. 35 seconds left. Oh, I was so happy. And that is it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. If not, keep a lookout for the Motherlode 12 that I am getting ready to do here. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.